Welcome, everyone, to Season 5, Episode 10 of Kicks at the Castle, a podcast by three sneakerheads dedicated to that Disney lifestyle. As Walt would say, to all who listen to this happy podcast, welcome. My name's John, and I'll be your host. I'm joined by Matt.
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everyone?
And Ruby.
Hey.
And we have a great show planned for you this week. We're going to catch up with some news items. Then we've got our fit of the week. This week in World vs. Land, we are going to look at the updated evening shows. Ruby's going to hold it down with another plant-based option of the week. We're going to catch up with our recent trips on property and then jump into the DMs. But first, as always, let's do some pickups.
Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vents on my shoes.
Ruby, you want to hit lead off?
Sure.
Yeah, we're just gonna start off strong.
All right.
I know, should have let us losers go first.
First is a Funko. So this is a Walt Funko with a little Mickey drawing. This is for the Disney 100.
Black and white Walt. I like it.
It's so cool because it's black and white. I love it so much. So it's kind of hard to see because of the shine case, but I just love it. I love that he's like holding the little Mickey drawing, because if you look on the back here, there's like a photo with him with that Mickey. So I saw that one and I had to have it. So really glad to get that. Next up, I got my on years.
Dang.
I got the black and maroon. I know everyone's really hot on the white ones. Y'all know me, I like wearing more black stuff. So they're pretty nice. I'm excited about them. Not my favorite of the years, but I still like them. And like I said, I don't have this silhouette.
I feel like those are very much your style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to be able to dress these up really nice. So I really like them. I tried them on already. They're pretty comfy. I do feel like the QC on them is a little bit janky.
Don't even get started on the QC. I've had it with Nike QC.
Dude, it's so bad. I took another look at my white cement threes, and let me just tell you, like, I'm just not gonna look at my feet a lot when I wear them and just be glad I have them. But
Okay, you know, let's do it. All right.
Just...
I hate my Fire Red 4s because like it's got one of them's got a cliff toe. You know what? Every time I've worn them, no one's ever said a word about it. You know what?
Nobody noticed.
They're on your feet. They're fine.
But the thing is, I mean, I'm very OCD. Like when I know something is like off and like it doesn't match perfectly, like that's just an OCD.
I know, I get you, but it's the whole thing is, you know what, if they were like New Balance and they only made 10,000 of one shoe because only 12,000 people actually want it, then they could take more attention. But you know, they need to crank out 500, 700,000 of these because there's so much demand. You know, if they were a second-rate shoe company, they could have the luxury of, you know.
Yeah, I just have to like mentally get over it. Like these, there's just little things. These is more like glue lines. The cement threes is, I won't go into too much ado.
Well, I'll wait till I get my pair, and then I'll switch my tune, right?
I feel like that is a common problem with 12s though, because I've seen that a lot whenever I get 12s.
And I'll say,
a lot
Ruby,
of glue stains.
I wore the 12s in the parks. They are super comfortable.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I love them. I think they look really nice. So I'm glad I got a pair. You know, I love all the stuff that on year does, though. I'm excited about that. Next up, some New Balance.
Oh, the aforementioned New Balance.
I got the grayscale, which
are they
I'm
pristine?
Really excited about. They're pretty pristine. Not gonna lie.
They only made 3,000 of those.
These are the kid size, and Luigi got the adult size. And I know we were talking about it over the weekend about like quality or materials used for kids versus adult. Mm-hmm. And I compared these ones to Luigi, and they're pretty much the same.
What model is that?
This is a 990 990 V3. 990 whatever, but they come with the kids ones came with all the same laces too, so they have like a gray or red lace. Saw one of the folks in the Discord did the red lace on them. I think it actually looked really nice, so I may swap to the red lace just to add some pop. But super comfortable shoe, already wore them. Yeah.
What's the price difference between the adult and the child?
So I think Luigi's were like $220.
Man, New Balances are expensive.
Yeah. They're expensive.
You know, he could buy a Jordan for that price.
The kids one was $130, so the kids one was significantly cheaper, and I was like, I gotta get the kids one. I don't even care if it's like crappier quality, because like this for me is like a comfort shoe. Like I just want to wear this to like beat them up, and I like that they had more black than normal for New Balance. At least the ones I have are like more colorful or light. So when I saw that how much black these had and the black and the sole, they just kind of made sense for me.
But they still got some gray on them to keep Adrian happy, right?
Exactly. You know, I'm still in the New Balance vibe. And then these last ones are not a new shoe. They're new to me. They didn't just come out or anything. So I don't know if people know this, but I have a dog who I love very much, and her name is Frankenstein. So I like to buy a lot of Frankenstein merch. So these are, how do you say this shoe? I want to hear how you guys say it. Saucony. Okay. So I never know how people say it. I hear some people say Saucony. I hear more people say Saucony. These are like with Super 7. I don't know if you know them. They make like vinyl toys and stuff, but this is a collaboration of like monster shoes. So they had like a Frankenstein one, but they also had a Bride of Frankenstein one.
Cool.
So you can see it has like the stitching on it, and then it has like her silver hairline, greens. They say Bride of Frankenstein on the tongue. Just a comfy shoe. That I think, I want to say there's some glow in the dark aspects because there's like some dots on the sole. I haven't worn them yet. But yeah, I saw these. I saw that they had a Frankenstein and a Bride of Frankenstein one. I wanted to try to find the Frankenstein ones for Luigi and have the Bride of Frankenstein ones for me. So I'm still on the hunt for ones for him at a good price. But I got these for like a really good price on Goat. So I got them because I always looking for Frankenstein stuff. So totally random cop, but something cute that I wanted.
Oh, those are fun.
That's all I got.
That's it. Matt, what do you have this week?
All right, so I'm out of the dry week.
Hey,
no sneakers though, no sneakers. But
did you leave it inside the people mover? It looks like you're getting it out of the people mover.
But yeah, I was at Flower and Garden, and they had these orange bird merch.
Oh, you got the slipper.
Yeah, I got the zipper, and then I got this little golden book. But yeah, I got the golden book and the zipper, and I might have some extra. So there might be if you're in the Discord, might have a
if I'd have been thinking, I would have told you to get me the zipper too. But hopefully they should have those when I get out.
Oh yeah, they have plenty of these. But yeah,
on the right, sorry.
Like I said, I got some extra, so I don't know. Just keep your eyes peeled on the Discord. You might be able to get one.
I don't know. Am I eligible? Probably not. Dang it. Just like fit of the week, I'm not eligible. Dang it.
I never enter the giveaways. Like when people do like the vintage tees, I don't know. I just never, one, I want to give back to the community. And then two, people are going to think it's rigged if I won.
Yeah.
Because I pretty much run.
That's true.
The server,
I entered one that Ken did with some pins that I think Kyle gave him or something.
Oh yeah.
5 of them. And so I won that one, and he mailed it in an envelope, and it didn't have a return address, and it just said like Queen Rubes on it, and it was addressed. And Luigi was like, "You got this super sketchy envelope that has no return address," and I was like, "I don't know what this is."
Those are awesome pickups, man. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Is that it?
That is it. Sorry, no sneakers.
So I got this. I got this last week, but I wasn't on the pod. So I got the Supreme Kurt Cobain shirt.
Did you get that in Seattle?
No, I got it from the drop. I had it in time to take it to Seattle, but I saved it. I saved it to wear tonight.
Wow.
What else did I get? Oh, I posted this guy in my story. I got Sam.
Cute.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ruby was there. We decided to commit to some bowls and some Mickey dining wear. So we got the set of bowls. It's like the multicolor, and then we went with the plates. You can see they got the Mickey Mouses on them. We went combo black and cream on the plates because the bowls were multicolored. Also got a Mickey bath mat. Didn't do that. Didn't bring it in, but we did a lot of shopping. You know how the Vans by Disney stuff got marked down to 40%? Every time I go by, all I see is smalls and extra smalls on the rack, and there was an XL. So I grabbed a tee. I've got a couple pieces from that collection, but it was just another tee, and I figured they stacked the discounts. So I'm like, hey, this is 40 off. Do I still get my 20? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, done.
Yeah.
I think Amy's glass of wine at Lamplight was more than the t-shirt. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I love the stacking discount. They had in Frontierland, they had these like National Geographic
Yes, same
sweatpants,
store.
which was really the black ones, which are just like a nice quality sweatpant, like really high end material. And they were like 60% off. And then I got to stack my discount on them, and I got them for so cheap. And now they're like one of my favorite pairs because they're such nice sweatpants.
it sounds like they paid you to take them.
Basically, they did. They're amazing.
All right. And
No and then. No and then. No and then. No and then. No and then.
Shoes.
the drought is over.
Ah.
The drought is over.
Finally.
I know. And you know what? I wish Union would have sold this chain, although it would have been probably 10 grand. The chain on the box is awesome looking. It's got the fun paper inside. So I got the Union AJKO lows. I got the sail leather pair. I did try them on already. I didn't walk them around. I just kind of, they didn't have half size like a 12 and a half. So I bought it at 12, which is what I wear in the golf shoes. But normally I wear a 12 and a half. It's a little stiff through here, but I think the suede will break down a little bit. It's a very canvasy suede, but I'm super excited to have a shoe. I haven't had one since the Chicago 2. So that was December.
Yeah.
Damn, it's March.
I know. Here we are, March, first shoe of the year. Very excited.
I have not been as well behaved as you folks.
I know.
I got problems.
I got a little. Well, I could just tell you this: that Saturday is the threes, and I plan on buying a pair on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the positive energy rolling, and I might have had a pair shipped today as well. So a little spurt of activity. But anyway, well, let's jump into Newsies.
Newsies.
Matt, what do you have for us this week?
Oh, I'm going first this week. Oh man. Okay.
You do have access to the rundown.
I do, but last time I checked, I was going second. All
Somebody
right.
reordered it because it wasn't me.
So-
I think Ruby did it because Ruby's usually first. I think she moved it.
Switching it up. Okay, not mad about it. All right, so first up, I got Supreme just confirmed that there's going to be a Supreme and Nike SB Dunk high and low this year.
So that means Lawrence is going to buy them all again.
Probably. I'm pretty excited about this. Like, I mean, when it comes to Nike and Supreme collabing, like 9 times out of 10, they don't miss. I mean, there's been a few, like, I think the metallic ones, like those were okay. And I think the ones last year, like I know Lawrence really liked them. Necessary by any means. I thought those ones were okay. But
I think it's cool because everybody's going to want them, and that takes their eyes off of other things. You know what I mean? So it kind of frees up space for other stuff. I mean, like I said, I would try for a pair, but I like that they're out there because it's other people will go for that stuff too.
Yeah, and also like it's like a lot easier to cop Supreme now. I mean, these are definitely going to sell out for sure. Well, actually, I don't know. Who knows? Because I mean, box logos aren't even flying off the shelf anymore.
Well, tomorrow's North Face, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, last season the North Face collab, they didn't even sell out. I mean, they sold out, but it was sitting like you could probably go in like, I don't know, like an hour after the drop and still get.
It's crazy. Those guys spend $1 billion and they actually want to get some return on their investment.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, no like images yet, but super excited about these. And next up, I got Bruce Vaughn returning to Imagineering as Chief Creative Officer. This is really dope because I know that he did Cars Land, and I think he did like that area with what's that area called in the front of DCA? Hollywood Land.
Buena Vista Street?
Yes, that. He had a part of that. And then obviously, I think he did some stuff in like Hong Kong too. And then he worked on Avatar as well. So
I mean, it's a good sign they got a creative back in charge of what.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, or whatever they call it now. But yeah,
This makes
So-
sense too, because I think I was reading the other day that they said that Avatar that they're going to do at Disneyland is like more than just an experience, which people thought it was just going to be like an experience. It sounds like there's going to be more to it. So maybe him having previously worked with that will have some influence on what happens here at Disneyland with that.
Also, I think this might bring back more non-IP stuff.
Mhm. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's see what happens.
you know what Ruby is. As long as it's taking them to do the Treehouse remake, they could just make it the Avatar Treehouse.
I mean, that'd be the best freaking treehouse in the world.
I mean, seriously, I think it took them longer to do the Treehouse redo than to put in Runaway Railway. Now that I'm thinking of it, the Avatar Treehouse would be 10 times better. All right, so I am up next. So let's talk about the Kith Spring 101 collection with the exclusive New Balance 993 dropping on the 10th. No, nobody wants. All right. Let's talk about the Jordan 1 low black toe.
Man's is wild.
Yeah, I need a pair of these. They got the images got released. Definitely need a pair. Yeah, I'm ready.
I know they dropped a bread toe low, I think sometime last year. It was like super random too.
Well, to me, it's like it's the OG lows are the ones I really like with the Nike or with the Nike on the tab instead of the Jumpman. I mean, that's my preferred silhouette of. I mean, I know they have like 3 different versions of the one low, and that's the one I like, and it's hard to beat that color. So anyway,
Yeah.
Super excited about that. July 28th for those marking their calendar.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm definitely going to go for those because I'm trying to add way more lows to my collection.
Me too. I'm really liking the one lows. And then in Disney news, Disney may sell its 67% stake in Hulu so they can buy more Marvel rights. And I think this goes into the job cuts and things like that they were talking about, because streaming has been pulling down the overall numbers of the company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've been spending a lot of money on programming, and I could see them divesting themselves of Hulu, you know, just so they don't have to spend money to create content for it. And that might account for some of the jobs they were talking about cutting. I don't know. It's what's interesting is the rights that they're going to buy was Namor and the Hulk, because I guess they own the characters, but they don't own. They want to do. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they have the rights to put them in the movies, but they can't. Comcast holds the distribution rights for the Hulk and Namor, so I don't know exactly what that means.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if they want to do individual movies, they have to do that. I think that's kind of like along the lines of Spider-Man, and it says that the purchase is a relatively small amount in comparison to what the stake at Hulu is worth, but that might be grabbing some cash to do something else with. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting. So those of you like me that have the Disney bundle, Hulu might be leaving the Disney bundle.
Would you have Hulu if you didn't have the bundle?
I would. Well, my daughter has had Hulu. I don't know if she still does. Actually, she does. Because we have Hulu, and I have never activated my portion of the bundle because I just use my daughter's Hulu.
Yeah.
But she uses.
I used to be a big Hulu person, and then I have it as part of my bundle, so I still have it. But I think if it got removed from the bundle, it would probably be one of the first streaming services I'd let go of, because I also have Peacock, and some of the stuff that I used to watch on Hulu is already on Peacock. So I haven't been as much into Hulu lately.
Honestly, I think the last thing that I watched on Hulu, like a new show, was like 10-15.
Yeah, and I love that show. That shit's
that show was hilarious.
Yeah,
But
that's because
honestly,
that's
that's the only
literally
show
like
I've
our
watched on there.
childhood. It's
Yeah.
like I agree with you. That's probably the last Hulu specific thing where I would have needed Hulu account to watch.
I can't even think of anything, but yeah, it wouldn't hurt me, and it really makes sense, and hopefully that's like some of the jobs they were talking, because that was a big number of jobs they were talking about cutting.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, like I said, I could see them divesting from streaming just because of what's going on with Disney Plus. So anyway, that's my news. Ruby, what you got for us?
Yeah, so similar to you, some Jordan lows. Interestingly, I just wore the highs of these the other day, but they're the UNC to Chicago Air Jordan 1 lows. So they had the women's pair highs come out a couple years ago. These ones actually. And I love these shoes. I forget to wear them often, but I do love them. And so I saw the lows coming out and I like them because like
Yeah, you have those highs, don't you?
I do, and I fucked them up because I tried doing a bread custom and it did not go so well. Yeah.
Oh no. Well,
but the quality on those are so good.
they're really
They're
nice.
so
did
good.
you didn't send him over to Sneak Prince to see if he could rescue him?
No.
You should. Are you embarrassed for him to see it?
Can you post a picture?
No,
of them?
well they're in, yeah, they're in storage. They're not that bad, honestly. If I did like more coats, it'll probably look good. Honestly, I just need more time with it, like
Because
it
Sneak
needed.
Prince and let him rescue you.
Maybe, I don't know. Depends on.
Dude, that's a nice.
Honestly,
shoe.
I just wanted to do it just to see if I could do it, and obviously I cannot do it. It's fucking
They
hard,
are really
man.
nice quality though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope that these come in extended sizes because that is the one thing. A woman's 12 doesn't do me any good.
Yeah. Well, these ones are July 26th. I think yours were July also, right?
28th. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's they're dropping
Very
2 days
close.
apart. Interesting.
Interesting. If that's right. But hopefully I get them.
140. They're going 140. I thought they were like 120.
No, I feel like a dunk is like 110, 120.
Yeah, the black toes
Those
are
are
110.
110.
Yeah. I feel like they were 130. Now they're 140.
What's a high now? Is a high 170 still, or is it 180 now?
I think it's 180 now.
High is 180.
How much are threes going to cost me on Saturday? My God, I could buy a pair of New Balance for those.
I think they're 220.
They're 220.
What?
Yeah.
They're 220?
Yeah, that's why this QC is really pissing people off. Yeah, man.
I'm checking right now.
Okay, well,
Oh, God.
while you do that, I'll lean away from your hater tendencies and talk about some real New Balance news. So,
New Balances? All right, you go ahead. I'm going to look at this.
I think this is pretty cool. At Atmos in DC, they're doing a New Balance shop experience, which this store seems to have some pretty
210.
nice. Okay, so tax and whatever 220. Basically.
Still cheaper than a New Balance.
Okay, but worse quality. Anyways, so they're doing this collaboration for the shop to have like a New Balance shop experience, and it looks really nice. The build out looks nice. It just looks like a really nice shopping experience, which I can really appreciate because even though we do a lot of sneaker shopping online, whenever I visit like a really dope sneaker store and I see how they have everything set up, it just like ignites a different flame for sneakers. I visited a couple cool shops when I was in Atlanta, and yeah, I think this just looks really nice. So anyone who's a New Balance fan, hopefully they get
It looks super cool. Like they got a bunch of like record albums. They got water bottles. They got a lot of cool stuff in there.
Yeah, it looks really nice. So yeah, check that out.
Yeah, you're gonna go see that, then you're gonna end up coming home and redecorating your house.
I mean, my house looked like that. That'd be tight.
Honestly, yeah, like now that
That's
you
what I'm
bring that
saying.
up, like I kind of miss like actually going to like the store and actually like going through like the shoe wall and like just picking out the shoe that I want. Cause yeah, now it's like you enter a raffle and you go there and you pick it up and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like you can go to like a Foot Locker or whatever, but it's just like a
Yeah.
bunch of shoes stacked on a wall. Or, you know, even if you go to places like Flight Club or whatever, it's like just a million shoes on a wall. Like I appreciate some interior design to go along with like the aesthetics of nice.
Ruby,
things.
did you see the picture
Yeah.
that's got like the room is dark but the lights are on the shelves?
Yeah,
Okay, that is bitching. That's
Looks
I want
very
I need to redo my closet like that.
right? It looks really nice.
Except for my shirts are so tight together. It's like trying to get one in.
I know. I gotta figure out a better solution for that.
Yeah.
All right. And last but not least, Dole Whips, soon available in grocery stores. Okay, first of all, exciting, but also I'm kind of sus because so much of like the Dole Whip is the consistency. And so
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how that translates from like a freezer aisle food. Either way, I'm excited because it's another dairy-free frozen item from the store, and like so even if it tastes the consistency is not how I expect a Dole Whip, I think just the flavor alone and it being dairy-free is exciting. But yeah, what do you guys think about this?
I just feel like if it comes in a bag like that, how are you supposed to get the swirl?
I don't think it's gonna come in a bag like that.
Yeah, it's a mix. It's mix.
No, I think that's a bag. I saw like a different photo where they come in like little cups almost.
Oh, I did see
I
that
feel like
too.
that's the soft sir. I feel like someone just used that photo, but that's like probably the one that goes into like the machine or something. I don't know.
I think someone posted that in the Discord. I do kind of remember that now.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
I saw it.
I'd buy it. I'm surprised that it's taken this long because you're starting to see like national products like Chick-fil-A sells their sauce in grocery stores.
Yeah.
Taco Bell, like all these places are starting to put that proprietary stuff out for people to buy. I thought that the interesting thing is if you scroll down the article a little bit, it talked about Dole is going to launch 11 new products this year. So I don't know if they're all going to be like Dole Whip, but I mean, just think, Ruby, later this year you can get Dole Digestive Bliss. And that'll be really excited if you want to get your plant-based macronutrients that way.
Oh
If that's gonna be
yeah. No, it's in the article. That's what it's called.
it is in there. But
That's
I have a
100% in
feeling
there.
that's gonna be like a green juice, and I'm not one of those green juice hippies. Like
Matt thinks I'm
different kind of
ripping. I'm just reading.
Kachava, like that, like Kachava or whatever. I don't know. I listen to a lot of podcasts and they always talk about Kachava.
I don't know, but whenever people are like, let's go get juice, and then they get those ones that are like 90% spinach, that's
Yeah.
not me.
Well,
I'm not
well,
down.
like they said they're going to come out with a Dole Good Crunch. Like, will that be like Dole Whip Bites? Because I'd be down for that.
Maybe no, it says it's a dehydrated snack. So it's just gonna be Dole's version of like dehydrated pineapples.
Well, Dole's got some stuff popping this year. You keep your eye on them. They're making moves.
Well, I'm curious about the Dole Digestive Bliss made with plant-based macronutrients.
Sorry, guys. Count on me to get us off track.
But yeah, that's all I got. I can't wait to try it at home. Hopefully, I dig it.
Nice. All right. Well, let's move into Fit of the Week.
Everything that I do in life is supreme. Shoes, supreme. Shirt, supreme. Taco Bell, supreme.
Every week we pick a post where we were tagged or the hashtag Kicks at the Castle was used. And this week we have Living with Katie. She's in DCA. She's got on the Mocha ones and a Mickey Letterman's jacket. Definitely some dope picks there. If you would
Got
like
some good ones this week.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Was it tough for you, Matt? Again, this is a dictatorship.
Very tough decision.
The dictatorship. Matt holds the so all the bribes can head Matt's way. You know, Ruby and I, we just along for the ride. So if you'd like to be featured, please send. Well, do you want to put your PayPal up or your check Matt's Venmo, or you can tag us. Go the old school way. You can just tag us or use the hashtag Kicks at the Castle in your Disney Fit picks, in park or not. And now it is time for Land versus World.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Each week, we pick an aspect or a landmark from Walt Disney World or Disneyland Resort, and we decide which park has it better. And this is a topic we talked about a while back, but man, there's been a resurgence in the evening spectaculars. The West Coast has got a couple of new shows, and the East Coast has got a couple retreads. Matt, why don't you tell us about the same old thing that you guys had a couple years ago that's now back?
Yeah.
Were the 50th that bad? Were they universally?
So they were good.
They're good.
But
Okay.
they weren't like wow. They didn't have like a wow factor for me. Honestly, I felt like they tried just a little bit too hard, but honestly, yeah, it didn't slap like Happily Ever After, or honestly, I just really miss Illuminations. Epcot Forever was pretty good. I did like that, but Illuminations just hit a little bit different.
Have they started moving the barges out?
No, they're still there. I don't think the Happily Ever After and Epcot Forever is back.
Oh, they're not back yet? Okay.
No, I don't think it's back yet. But like I said, yeah, they're I can't even think of the names. Harmonious and I can't even think of the Magic Kingdom one. Enchantment, right? I get that right? I don't know, forgot. But yeah, they were good, but yeah, not as good as the older ones. Pretty excited that the older ones are coming back, but I don't know. I feel like they could bring something else, something new, just make it better than what it already is. Because I mean, yeah, we had Wishes, Celebrate the Magic, and then we got Happily Ever After. Like those shows were amazing, but coming from Happily Ever After to Enchantment, it was kind of a letdown, to be honest. But I mean, it's pretty cool that that's coming back. But yeah, you guys have been killing it with your new shows. From what I've seen, haven't heard. I mean,
let me
Disney
ask you,
Community is.
do you think they're going to bring back a World of Color-ish show to Animal Kingdom? I mean, you guys used to, I can't remember what it's called, but I saw it when I was out there a couple of years ago.
I don't know, because I think it's more because of the animals and they don't want anything like too loud. I mean, maybe. I mean, those shows weren't, to be honest.
It was just water. I mean, there was no fireworks.
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the only thing that we have right now that's like really worth watching is Fantasmic. I mean, Fantasmic is always good.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I cannot wait to see your guys' version.
But I mean, like compared to like your guys' new shows, compared to ours, like we got a lot of backlash from a lot of, I guess, people from the Disney community. But then like everyone that I'm hearing from the Disneyland shows like are all amazing. Like we're all good. Like I haven't heard one bad thing. Like obviously, like you guys
keep your ears peeled. Keep listening.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, go ahead.
I'll let Ruby go.
I disagree. So I'll start there with John. I really like the new shows going on, the new fireworks, the new World of Color. I feel that a lot of it is like tapping into a lot of the like emotional aspects of things that people I think connect to some of the movies and such. And so it's kind of an interesting way to connect with people. I think it's like it brings you joy, but also like it connects you to some of the stuff that can like make you a little sad, but then the joy comes from like the entire story. So that can seem like maybe not some people's vibe, but I've been really loving the new shows. I think like the new fireworks show is wonderful. I love the new World of Color. I haven't had a chance to watch the Magic Happens Yet parade, but I feel like every float I've seen from it looks amazing. So
I was going to bring that up too, that the Magic Happens being brought back was pretty cool. I mean,
yeah. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like they've been killing it at Disneyland with the shows. Everything is like, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So there's always something for someone. But yeah, I've been having a good time. I don't know about you, John.
I'm with you. There's something for everyone. I love that the parade came back. You know what? I mean, I'd love for Paint the Night to come back. I mean, that would be, I think that might be my favorite parade. As silly as that sounds, I think that the DCA parade at night was one of the best ones. To me, a fireworks show is a fireworks show. I really don't have any. I don't know what the difference between our new show and our old show is, other than we have Baymax, which apparently is a big deal to a lot of people, but to me is whatever. I think it's better at Halloween time when they have Zero on the little wire going across. I mean, to me, I think that's what.
No way, dude. No way, bro. Sorry.
See, I think it's because you haven't seen Big Hero 6.
Yeah,
you've seen
like
Nightmare
the
Before
castle
Christmas, so.
transforming to the Encanto house means nothing to you because you haven't watched it.
I got roasted over dinner like for 2 hours with this stuff.
But have you seen World of Color?
Okay,
yeah, the new one.
That is the one, and I am not alone in this opinion. I can tell you that for a fact, that World of Color 1 blows. Cool. I would much rather have the other World of Color. I think the only scene that's somewhat interesting is the Star Wars. When they have like the little Doctor Strange circles come up and Captain America walks through there, I'm like, Captain America didn't walk through one of those. He was standing in front and everybody can't they're making shit up that it didn't happen. Because the only people that walked through those little circles were the ones that got Thanos snapped away. Spoiler alert, Captain America was not, he didn't disappear with the Thanos snap. It just was, I loved it. I didn't care for the Marvel, and I love Marvel, and I didn't care for the Marvel section.
Well,
how do you do that?
That's not my favorite, but the rest of it, like, again,
I don't even know what one of those things was. What was the one? I didn't even know half the characters they were put on screen.
Well, that's your bad for not watching current Disney movies.
Bring back Tarzan. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm not down with the new World of Color show. So
I liked it.
Color me not impressed. So I don't know. Like I said, I feel like Disney World has got addition by subtraction. getting, like Matt said, everybody was extremely critical of the new shows. And I think it's because there was so much emotional attachment to the old ones. Well, you know what they're going to do. I mean, all it is a flick a couple switches and run a different program. They could do both versions of World of Color probably in the same night if they really wanted to. I doubt the settings are that different. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I can see them moving around, and to bring that up, why don't we have the villains World of Color that they were doing for Oogie Boogie Bash? Like, bring that back. That they didn't have that last year. I think they've still got some work to go. I like that they're doing different things. They're investing in trying to give more experiences because they took a lot of stuff away during COVID, and they've been really slow to bring things back. So it is nice to see that they are bringing things back. I don't know. Yeah. Kind of call it. I mean, I guess the innovation is on the West Coast, but I'm not a night show guy, so what are you gonna do? I'm usually in bed by then, or at least on my way home. Although I did close a park this weekend, which never happens.
Oh,
yep. I got a room. That's why, because I didn't have to drive home. So anyway, well, let's segue into trips and drips. This is where we catch up with our recent trips on properties. Matt, sounds like you were in the parks today. Why don't you tell us about what you got up to this week?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I did the four park challenge today, the Homie Griffin. And surprisingly, we did it within 7 hours, I guess. Yeah, 7 hours. Yeah, we're done. We got there at 12, and then we ended at 7. And first park.
So how do we do that? Break it down. Like, where did you park? Did you move your car? Did you take the Skyliner? Did you take the monorail? Like,
we did have to think of this strategically, because obviously, like, we didn't want to go to so the first park that we went to was Epcot, and then we easily could have done the Skyliner and then taken like the bus or Skyliner to Hollywood Studios, and then taking like the bus to either Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom. But then we're like, no, let's take the monorail to Magic Kingdom, take the monorail back, and then get our cars and then drive to Hollywood Studios. And then, we drove to Animal Kingdom and then we drove to Hollywood Studios. And then
you parked at 3 of the 4 parks.
We parked at 2 of the 4 parks. Yeah. Animal Kingdom. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, 3. My bad. Well, yeah. So we started off at Epcot. We had some snacks at Flower and Garden. We were trying to do the thing on the back of the booklet where you buy like 5 different snacks and you get a free treat at the end. Yep. But it was way too time consuming. Like, we got through 3, but once we got the 3rd one, it was just like, there's no way we're gonna do all 4 parks. We keep doing this. So we tried doing that. What did I get? I got the Lumpia, which was pretty damn bomb, pretty damn close to the real thing. And then I got the corn, of course, still the number 1 thing at Flower and Garden for like 3-4 years in a row. But then the 3rd one I got was the avocado toast, which was okay. I had better avocado toast before. I really want to try, they have like a smoked salmon or like a lox bagel type avocado toast type thing.
Yum.
This one was at the brunch cot. So they had like obviously brunch stuff over there. Yeah, after that, we did Guardians.
What song did you get?
Conga. So I still have one more. I still need to get.
Still haven't got all the songs?
Still haven't got all the songs. I still need to get Disco Inferno.
How many times have you been on that thing?
I have no idea. Definitely more than 10 for sure.
Okay, you still haven't got them all.
But still haven't gone.
I think I got it on my 11th try. I hit the cycle.
And after that was when we took the monorail to Magic Kingdom, and then honestly we just did the People Mover, because every other line was like way too long. It was like, there's no way we're gonna do all 4 parks if we like wait for like Space Mountain or something like that. And then we did go on the train. So as soon as we got there, we hopped on the train to drop us off over by Storybook Circus, and then from there that was when we went to the People Mover. After that, we took the monorail back to Epcot, got our cars, and then we drove to Animal Kingdom. And then at Animal Kingdom, we did Safari. Honestly, we just went to every park and see which line had like the shortest line. And then literally Safari was a walk-on, so we did that. And then after that we went to
It takes
Hollywood
25
Studios.
minutes to do that ride.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it is a 22-minute ride, which was long. Honestly, like I was hoping Navi River Journey was gonna be short, but that one was like an hour long. So I was like, yeah, no, let's do Safari. And then after that, we went to Hollywood Studios, and then we did Star Tours, and then left.
How long was Everest? Everest is usually pretty short, isn't it?
It was like 40 minutes.
Okay.
We did all that in 7 hours.
It's pretty good.
We got there at 12 and then left at 7. Yeah, it was.
That sounds exhausting.
It was pretty exhausting.
Ruby, did you go twice or just once?
I just went once, but I was down in Anaheim 2 days in a row.
Oh, that's right. You gonna show off that was a pickup. You didn't show your other pickup.
I can't show it. It's on my leg.
Oh, it's on your leg?
Yeah. Wearing pants, so I had to pull down my pants. That's not appropriate for the show.
Not appropriate. Hey, that's how you get attention in the world today.
Yeah, so I went down to Anaheim on Friday, got new tattoo on my leg from our friend of the pod, Felix. She gave me a new piece I'm pretty excited about. And then on Saturday,
point a finger like right next to you, and then I'll post the picture right there. Yeah, bam, right there.
Look at that tattoo. That's a nice tattoo.
Yeah, so that was painful and also exciting. But yeah, on Saturday, then I went to the park. So I went back down to Anaheim, and I went for a later day because I was meeting up with some friends to do a Lamplight Lounge dinner. So met up with John and Amy and Phil and Ashley. So we had a nice couples night. And I wore my Union 4s for all of those peeps in the Discord who say that 4s aren't comfortable enough to wear to the park. I disagree. Definitely wear those to the park before. I wore them that night. I love them. But yeah, I wore those, and it was a chilly night, but had a great time at the park. I did try some other snacks from the Food and Wine Festival before we had dinner as well. So I got my Sip and Savor pass, and I'll save one of my items for our plant-based option. But I had the potato skins at Lamplight Lounge, which I hadn't had before, but Phil and John have had them. They definitely are not potato skins. They're definitely like latkes with stuff around them, which is delicious. I like potato in all of its forms. That was really good. And then I got the poke that they have there, which was also very good. Luigi got the pork chop, which was good as well. So all the food was good. Service was not. I cannot seem to get good luck with service at Lamplight Lounge.
That guy was hilarious.
But
you know what's funny?
I felt like it was
now
my
that
fault.
you remember, John, remember that one time that we went?
Yes.
I mean, the service was okay, but like
they didn't know what beers they had. Yeah.
They ordered a Stella.
Matt, it's the same thing. I couldn't get a goddamn beer. I'm like, what do you have? You have Corona? I know I've gotten Coors Light there before. I know for a fact I have. And he brings me some shot glass. He's like, try this. I'm like, I'll just have a Bud Light, man. Just like
it's just I feel like I'm a bad luck charm for Lamplight Lounge service. I don't know what it is. I get the weirdest or just like bad interaction.
Oh, he was weird. He was weird. I had said something about like I couldn't read because I didn't have my glasses and it was dark. And I had said something like he wanted to take the check, and I'm like, I want my wife to read it to make sure I did the math right. And I don't know what he thought I said, but he started telling me what time he's getting off work and like if he's going to do overtime.
What?
No, it wasn't even so like you kind of missed the context that you had your back to him. It was so much worse than that actually. So he like set the check down, and then he kept like coming back like, hey, did you guys do the check yet? Like, did you do it? And then we were gonna maybe split the check, and like he literally just like rolled his eyes, very annoyed that we were gonna split. And then John was just like, oh, you guys just Venmo me. So that was fine, we worked that out. But he was just essentially like standing over John while he's like filling out the check. And so then he's like, is it done yet? Is it done yet? And that's when John was like, no, I want my wife to read it. And so then he's standing over Amy while she's reading it. And I don't know what he thought you said, but then he started going on like, I'm just trying to go home. Like, you know, I just can't, I'm like almost off, but like,
I'm going to have overtime.
And then like, I don't know, like, I guess I'll let them pay me to do overtime. It was just so bizarre. I was like, what does this have to do with anything? Amy was at this point like, I don't even want to read this shit. Just take it so that you're not standing over me telling us these weird, awkward stories. It was so bizarre.
It was really weird. Although
gosh.
I don't know if that was better than you know, they came by and said, hey, we're going to turn off the lights for World of Color. Please stay seated, or it's a fire hazard because you'll trip and fall and I'll laugh and then I'll get fired. And the lights were off for 3 seconds. A lady at the table next to us stood up, bumped into the chair, and immediately dropped her glass, and it exploded on the ground.
Yeah.
It was freaking hilarious. I like seriously
they
like
literally just told you not to do that. And then the people there were sassy because that guy said that like, oh yeah, you're gonna trip, fall, and then I'm gonna laugh at you. And then as soon as that lady broke her glass, then another lady that works there was like, and this is why we tell you guys to not get up from your chairs, because this is what happens. And I'm like, I'm just trying to watch World of Color. This is all very awkward. It was a fun experience, but the
good time.
there is interesting. But yeah, John, take it away.
Let's see. So I actually missed last week. So I do want to talk about, I went on the 25th, which was 2 weekends ago. It was a rainy day. We were thinking about canceling, but I had a lunch reservation at Blue Bayou and I wanted to go. And I asked Amy and I'm like, we'll just cancel. And she's like, I really want to go to Blue Bayou too. All right. So we didn't even go early. We got there and literally had to go straight to Blue Bayou. Of course, the freeway was closed at one point because there was a huge flood on the 5. That didn't help us get there. So we went to Blue Bayou. They sat us right on the water, which was awesome. We both got the filet mignon, had an awesome dinner, and it was like we brought a gift card. And I kind of, when I was doing the math, I'm like, oh, how much is it going to be? And I forgot to calculate that I get a discount on the food. So like it cost me $8 after the gift card. So it was an awesome lunch. And while we were sitting there, we're trying to plan our day, like, because we were thinking about just going home. And we looked and like all the return times for Lightning Lane were like within like 15 minutes. And I'm like, well, there's not a lot of people in the park. I mean, even the wait times weren't that long. And I'm like, so a lot of people aren't buying Genie Plus today. So we bought Genie Plus and we were literally able to like go on a ride, make another one for 15 minutes later, go on another ride. I mean, we got like 12 rides in. And at one point the mansion was closed, but Lightning Lanes were still available like every 10 or 15 minutes. And so I ended up getting 3 multi-experience passes because the mansion was closed when our times came up. And we actually didn't even use them all, but I ended up getting like going on Matterhorn, Space Mountain. We did Mickey Minnie. We ended up going through Fantasyland and going through all using our Lightning Lanes up before we left, just because it was so easy to get on all the rides and we wanted to use them up. So it was like we planned on being there for a really short amount of time, and we basically did the whole park. I think I wore the Stussy Air Force Ones. Those are kind of my rain shoe now because I ruined them at Epcot when I was there this summer. And then Saturday again, late start on Saturday. We didn't get there till like 1, so we didn't beat you by much, Ruby. We hit Mickey and Minnie's. We just kind of did some shopping, walked around. It was a very chill day. Like the whole reason we were there was just to have dinner and hang out with you guys. Of note, we did try to get on Radiator Springs, but we waited for a good half hour and we didn't end up getting on the ride, Ruby. It broke down while we were in line. So we did hit Midway Mania. Actually, we were going to do Radiator Springs after Lamplight, and fortunately we checked and saw that the ride was down before we walked over there, but we did Midway Mania. I can't remember who had the highest score in the vehicle, but Ruby, was it you? Did you have the high score?
Come on. It was you.
But no, it was super fun hanging out with everybody. Like I said, we got the hotel that was like right outside. Oh, that was the best part is I had called ahead to see if I got there before I could check into my hotel, if they would let me park. And I did. I got there and then they're like, oh, we can check you in. So they let me check into my room at noon. So we were able to unload the car, get everything in there, and then just walk to the park. So it saved us from having to leave the parks and check in. It was really nice. And it was nice to, at the end of the day, just be able to walk over there. I will say in the morning at 7:30, people across the hall from us, it was like a dance competition kind of a situation where the coaches / moms were having everybody come to their room to dump their luggage so it could get loaded later. So there was a series of slamming doors and loud conversations in the hallway. And like it kind of mellowed down, except for the conversation was so fucking loud. It's 7:30, and I mean I appreciate that you guys are excited about your day and you want to go rope drop and all that good stuff, but I did not set an alarm, and if I had set an alarm, it probably wouldn't have been till like 8 o'clock. So after like 10 minutes of listening to these ladies talk, like I'm like, I don't want to tell them to shut the fuck up because I think that's rude. And I just opened the door and I'm like, sure. I'm like, and I just looked at the ladies and I go, is this the only place you can have this conversation? Oh, we're sorry. It's like 7:30 in the morning. What are you doing? So
that's a very polite way to say shut the fuck up. So.
That's all I wanted. Because it took me a couple minutes to think of it because I was like, all I could say was, So anyway, so we got an earlier start than we planned on Sunday, but again, we kept it mellow. It was awesome. We got in there and had breakfast at Galactic Grill. I got the burrito, which is like my favorite breakfast. Like we hit Jungle Cruise. It started, that was it. It started raining, and so my shoulders have been killing me. So I had brought the umbrella Saturday, and we're in the room on Sunday, and I'm like, it's not. I looked at the weather; it's not going to rain. So I put the umbrella in my duffel bag instead of in the backpack. And then I'm like, why is my backpack so heavy? I had rain ponchos in there, so I'm like, well, it's not going to rain. So I took the rain ponchos out, put those in the duffel bag, and we get in. As soon as we get done eating breakfast, it started freaking raining. So we're like trying to kill time. Okay, it's going to clear up. It's going to clear up. I don't know if you saw my story. I ended up buying Amy a new raincoat in Fantasyland.
I did see that raincoat when I was there a couple weeks ago. And I was
the Dumbo one. Yeah, she got the Dumbo one. I tried on a couple of jackets. I would have gone with that brown jacket with the big Mickey, but it was an XL and I definitely needed a double X. Amy didn't think that the sweatshirt was masculine enough for me, which I'm like, I'm secure. I can wear it. She's like, she didn't think it was me. But I will say it was like 92%. I actually had more votes on that than almost anything I've ever put up. I had like
that sweater is tight.
I had like 70 people.
With the big Mickey
there.
on it? Right?
No, that's the jacket. There is a
Alice in Wonderland sweatshirt.
Oh.
But the mushrooms.
Out of like 70 something, it was like 6 were no. Everybody was like, yeah. So I'm like, if that thing's there, I gotta get it.
I want all merchandise.
Does it glow in the dark?
Yeah, I think it does. It was super bright. I really liked it. And I think that's what Amy's a little more understated. She's not the flashiness. So I think the colors were off-putting, but it had like Alice in Wonderland on the sleeve and it had like the mushrooms and the caterpillar on the front. It was super dope. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was my vibe. All about those mushroom vibes.
Let's see. I wore the mocha ones on Saturday and I wore the natural gray ones on Sunday. And we did have some in and out on the way home. Haven't done that in a while.
Nice.
So, anyway, all right. Ruby, it is time for Irv's plant-based option of the week.
I ain't needing no beef, cause you know that I'm a vegan. I ain't needing no beef, compassion's what I believe in.
Yes. So I did try one of the plant-based options from the Food and Wine Festival from the Avocado Time. What are those things called? The Avocado Time stand. I got the Impossible Al Pastor taco, which was actually pretty good. So it was kind of like a ground Impossible pork. And then it had grilled pineapple and avocado tomatillo sauce on it. It was spicy, spicier than I thought it was going to be. It was really good. Luigi and I both got one. So I would definitely recommend that if you like Al Pastor and you want a plant-based option. I think they did the seasoning pretty well. And the pineapple was just really good. So yeah, that was what I had and what I recommend. And I will be trying the rest of the plant-based options.
So what was the one that Phil said he had that he didn't even know was plant-based?
Yeah, so that's one of the ones at the Paradise Garden Grill, which all of Paradise Garden Grill stuff is for the festival is plant-based, which is really exciting. And it was the bulgogi fried rice one. So he didn't know it was plant-based, and I was like, yeah, it is. And so that right there tells you how good that one is, because he honestly didn't think it was plant-based. Him or Ashley didn't think that. So I'm excited to try that one. That one's definitely on my list. But I'm going to try all the Paradise Garden Grill stuff.
Do they still have that avocado popsicle thing?
So they don't have the avocado popsicle, but they have the elote popsicle.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, so that one
mayonnaise popsicle, Matt.
Mayonnaise.
So bad.
No, I don't think it has mayonnaise.
A mayonnaise
on it.
popsicle with corn on it.
No, it's a elote paleta. It's sweet corn paleta. So you know, like some things are made with sweet corn, and then it's got like a Parmesan crema. So that's what they use sometimes instead of mayonnaise. Is like sour cream. So it's like a crema on it.
Yeah.
And then chili lime seasoning, corn crunch, and cilantro. So I've heard from some people that they like it, and other people have not liked it. So I've gotten kind of 50-50. For me, it's not one of the things I'll try because it's just too dairy heavy. That's all I got.
It's too dairy heavy, huh? Let's jump into the DMs. So we got one from who's it? John Anthony. We got what are your Mount Rushmore of Disney rides or attractions? And like the overthinker that I am, I overthought this. So I had to think about the presidents that are on the Mount Rushmore. So we got George Washington, we've got Thomas Jefferson, we've got Abraham Lincoln, and then for some reason we have Theodore Roosevelt. Not quite sure how he made the cut. I think it was a recency bias thing, but I think that by anybody's measurement, he would be the least of the four. So I started thinking about, all right, well, Washington was the first president, so I need an OG ride, right? So like, what's an opening day attraction that would be representative? And see, I know no one's going to do it this way. Everybody's going to go, oh, I need Tron and Cosmic Rewind and Flight of Passage. You know what I mean? That's how I'm sure some people would think of it. So my thought is, what's an OG? So Jungle Cruise, Mr. Toad, Autopia, the Carousel, the Railroad. I mean, those are the foundations, right? That was where it all started. I feel like maybe the railroad would be most representative because when you think of Disneyland, you walk in and there's a train station that's like right there. So I feel like the railroad is my George Washington. So then the next one, you got Jefferson. He's a founding father. He's a little more progressive. So I'm thinking about, all right, so what would fit that mold? Well, what's the next wave of rides, right? That was the 1964 World's Fair. So we had a People Mover, Mr. Lincoln, Small World, Carousel of Progress, and in that time frame, slightly after, you had a couple of other heavy hitters, Pirates and Haunted Mansion. So one of those has got to be my Jefferson. I think the People Mover is my Thomas Jefferson. Again, probably nobody else is doing this the way I'm doing it. My Lincoln. So Lincoln came along at a critical point in our history. So where the times are changing, you're certainly not in colonial times anymore, not quite modern times. So the rides that come to mind of that time frame of Disney would be like Splash Mountain, Star Tours, Space Mountain. And I think that Star Tours is kind of it for me, but I wouldn't want to put 2 Star Wars rides in. And I think that Rise is going to be in consideration in my next category. So I think Space Mountain would be my candidate to be my Lincoln. And then for Roosevelt benefited from recency bias. His presidency ended in 1912, Ruby, Matt? 1912, something like that. And Mount Rushmore was commissioned like in 21, something like that. It was done in 41. But you think about when they started building Mount Rushmore, it was like 100 years ago. I think it took them close to 20 years to get it done. So I think if you're talking about what is the new hot thing, I think you'd be talking about Rise of Resistance, Cosmic Rewind, Flight of the Passage, Runaway Railway. Will they stand the test of time? It's really early on those. I have a hard time not picking Cosmic Rewind. I know that a lot of people would go Rise because it is a kind of a groundbreaking ride, and maybe now that I'm thinking about it, maybe Rise is the right choice. But no matter what 4 rides we put on Mount Rushmore, 100 years from now, we're going to be able to think of all the rides that should have been on Mount Rushmore, like FDR clearly is a bigger impact on this. He has a bigger imprint on this country than Theodore Roosevelt. JFK was a great president. He didn't have a chance to do as much. I think if we were building Mount Rushmore a couple years, 50 years from now, I think Obama would probably be on. You talk about another groundbreaking president. So I think that whatever we put up there, it's got to stand the test of time, but it's always going to be second guessed. So anyway, Did I overthink it? Yes. Sorry.
A little bit.
I apologize.
Yo, that was wild. I think some of those mushrooms from that sweatshirt you tried on seeped into your bloodstream.
What do you got, Ruby? What'd you come up with? Rise, Runaway Railway, Vitamins.
No. So for me, I'm just gonna take like the approach of like, what are the 4 rides that I feel like, to me, if aliens called up and were like, hey, what's hot with Disney? What do I do? Yeah, these are what I would tell them are the things that they should definitely do. So for me, it's gonna be Big Thunder. I just absolutely love Big Thunder. Radiator Racers, and then I would definitely say, I think one thing that's kind of grown on me a little bit to what you talked about, but just like classic, is like the railroad. I feel like nobody should like have Disney experience without at least doing the railroad. Like, it's the way around the park. Like, it's just, I feel like it's important to do.
Well, it is, because you think about it, like the whole structure of the railroad, they built the berm to hold the railroad, but that's so that you don't see the outside of the outside world while you're in the park.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Like-
a very critical piece of the whole puzzle.
Yeah, so the railroad would be on there. And then for me, Cosmic Rewind. Like, I really love that ride. I think
That ride
Rise
slaps.
is great. I love Rise, but I don't know. There's just something about Cosmic Rewind that I feel, the way it makes me feel when I'm on it is like, I don't know, it's just like a feeling. So that would be my Mount Rushmore. If aliens are looking down and seeing my mountain from the sky, that's what I want them to see, and that's what I want them to do.
There you go. I like it.
Matt?
I don't know if I did this wrong because
I did it wrong. Trust me, I did it wrong.
because okay, so I chose like extinct rides because I'm thinking Mount Rushmore, all these guys are dead. So I'm thinking of extinct, like my favorite extinct rides, OG extinct rides that don't exist anymore.
Wow.
So, and also I thought about how badass it would be if they were, of the faces of these rides, it would be if they were on
like
Mount Rushmore or like on a mount. Yeah. So number 1, I chose Horizons at Epcot. OG Horizons. I don't know if you guys ever been on that, but yeah, it was one of my favorite rides when I was a kid. It's basically like a ride where you kind of like choose like your like destination or like your future. Basically, like you can choose to go to like space, or you can choose to go underwater, or you can choose like the country, land. And that was always like one of my favorite rides when I was a kid. I was made my family go on it with me, because you can literally like, you go on it and then you choose where you want to go. It's like the space or water or whatever. And then number 2, I chose OG Figment.
I was wondering if you were going to consider Figment an extinct ride, since it kind of is.
Well, the OG, because yeah, it's a totally different storyline. Because yeah, the storyline with the Dreamfinder is, I mean, I like it better than what they have now. But yeah, OG Figment with the Dreamfinder. And then number 2, Alien Encounter. That was like one of the rides, well, attractions, I guess, where like that was a scary ride. Like, you probably shit your pants if. Have you guys ever been on it?
We did Stitch's Great Escape, but Alien Encounters was gone.
Oh yeah, Alien Encounter was actually scary. Like, they had to take it out because people complained it was so scary. Like, I remember when I, like, first time, I shouldn't have gone on it when I was a kid. Like, that traumatized me. But now I wish that now that I'm older, I wish I could go on it, because yeah, like it is freaking scary. Like the chairs like grab you, and like the aliens like breathing on you and stuff. Like it's like Stitch's Great Escape, but on like extreme steroids. And then lastly is Countdown to Extinction Before Dinosaur. Like, that was like so badass too. They changed that ride also because people said it was too scary. Well, also because the dinosaur movie, but
they wanted to make it for younger kids. They actually lowered the height requirement when they changed it.
Yeah. So, and yeah, honestly, like, yeah, I thought how badass that would be if it was on a mount, like a Spaceman for Horizons, OG Dreamfinder, an Alien, and like a T-Rex or something.
That would be a cool
Badass.
mountain. I like that. I like that. All
I
right.
like that we all had our different interpretations.
Different takes on it. Yeah. Is that a good spot to end it? We've been going for a little while. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
all right. I want to thank everybody for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review for us. Check out the YouTube. Join us in the Discord. It's been spicy. It has been spicy.
Oh man.
I
saw this
Popping in
morning.
there.
Yeah.
So we are Kicks in the Castle. You can follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to tag us and use the hashtag Kicks in the Castle in your fit pics. My name's John. You can find me on Instagram at Weekends with Walt. Ruby, how can the listeners connect with you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Rubes, ROOBS.
Matt, how can people hit you up?
Find me at the Disney Hype Beast on Instagram.
All right, that's it. We are Kicks the Castle Season 5, Episode 10, and we're out. Peace.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.
My secret